Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Now, the coin collectors among you are probably saying, hey, what are you doing? Turn the coin over and start on the front like you're supposed to. Start on the obverse. Well, this particular coin, we're going to start on the back or the reverse of the coin for a specific reason, and that is because it is a beautiful coin, but also because that's where the mint mark is on this coin. And this, as you can see, is a United States of America $quarter or 25-cent piece. Says E pluribus unum at the top. Says has an eagle holding some arrows here, and you can actually see the tail feathers of the eagle below. And I'm going to be very careful not to touch this baby with the pen. And it says S here. That means San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint did not produce proof coins in 1946. They produced regular coins. So there were three mints that produced these quarters, and this is a 1946, as we see when we get on the back. And those mints were Denver, and Denver made 9 million, and Philadelphia, and Philadelphia won't have a letter, but Philadelphia made 53.5 million, and then at the very least amount made was 4.2 million at the San Francisco Mint. Now, these coins are silver coins, 90%, so you won't see the copper in them. You see a little bit of a coloring in there, and that's really what makes this coin so valuable. And if we turn it over and we get the light just right, you'll see that this is just a fine, fine coin. This is a 1946, and it's rated as, we borrowed it from Twin City Gold coin shops, and it's rated as a choice, brilliant, uncirculated, and somewhere close to the MS 65 plus or 66. And this is a coin that's very collectible for a number of reasons. The first is because there was only 4.2 million made at San Francisco, it makes it essentially a proof coin, because that's about how many proof coins that they make. Because it's in such great condition, it also makes it very valuable. Because it's silver, it makes it very valuable. So this coin in silver value alone is worth $2.93 if you melted it right now and took it and sold it for its silver. The other thing that makes this a very valuable coin is that somebody got one of these 1946 coins, and it was a MS-68 that PCGS, the coin rating service, reports was sold for $14,950. So this is a coin that versions of this coin in slightly better condition have sold for almost $15,000. This coin will not sell for $15,000, and in fact Twin City Gold has it listed for $20. A coin in this condition is probably worth somewhere between $23, $25, and $30 to $45. And so if you look on the PCGS website, you'll see that they sell them. And if they're rated at MS65, they're in the 20s. If they're rated at MS66, they're in the 60s. And this is probably somewhere near there. Though I should say that once in a while, you get these coins that either are rated, people rate them because of the condition differently, or because of the colors that come up differently. So sometimes if you have a certain kind of color that comes up on a coin like this, you might rate it differently than PCGS does if you want it in your collection. So say you had a lot of different colors coming off the coin, PCGS will usually value that, but you might value it a little differently than them, and maybe a little bit more or a little bit less. Alright, so anyways, this is it, the 1946S choice, brilliant uncirculated, MS 6566 probably, but we won't be sending it in, or Twin City Gold won't, because it costs about $6 or more to get it rated. And so better to just put it up and say, look, if you want to buy it, go ahead and buy it. And I'll put it back in the container as soon as I get it done. I'll clean it off and put it back in the container, and here it is right here, the 1946 US quarter. All right, have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section. Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at some nickels from 1946. And we'll kind of flip this one over so you can see the year. We'll leave the other ones facing the other way. So there it is, the 1946 Jefferson nickel or 5-cent coin. You see over here it says, "In God We Trust." Back here in back of Jefferson it says Liberty, and then the year 1946. And this coin is a nickel coin, copper nickel, and that's why it's called a nickel sometimes. But as you can see, it's actually a 5-cent coin, and this is the back of it. It says E pluribus unum, has Monticello here, and the words Monticello underneath, 5 cents in United States of America. Now these coins in 1946 were a big change from the year before, and that is because during the war years from 1942 to 1945, the U.S. Mint needed nickel for the war effort, and so they took the nickel out of the coins and produced these coins like these ones here, which see the mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint up above it. If you see the mint mark above the coin, you know that it's one of the war nickels, and it is a nickel made of silver, copper, and manganese with no nickel in it. It's about 35% silver, and it's the silver bullion value alone of these is about 85 cents. That's not the case in 1946, however. In 1946, they reverted back to the old mint marks, and as we showed you, there's no P on here. If you magnify it, you see there's no P for Philadelphia, just like there hadn't been prior to 1942. These coins first came out in 1938, and they were made until the year 2003. Prior to 1938, of course, we had the Indian head nickel with the kind of a conglomeration of different Indian chiefs put into one engraving here. And on the back, we had the buffalo. This coin was made until 1937, and this is actually, I think, a 1935 version here. Let me see if I can find another one. Yeah, here's another of the 1935s, and you can see it says it right under there. That was not silver either. So in 1946, the war's over. They go back to using nickel, and they go back to putting the mint mark where it had been originally. And so this one is a D here for Denver. This is an S here for Sacramento. And this is a blank here for Philadelphia. At the 1946, you would have thought that they would have put out a tremendous number of these coins, and they did. They put out about 214 million between the three. 161 million at Philly, 45.3 million at Denver, and 13.5 million at San Francisco. Prior to that, though, in 1945, they had also put out a tremendous number of nickels. So in 1945, they put out over 200 million of the nickels with silver. So if you can find a 1945 with the P on the top, that is a nickel that's worth probably a couple bucks. If you find the 1946 with no P or the D or the S, those are nickels that are probably worth anywhere between 25 and 30 cents, maybe a little bit more if they're in much better condition than this. But these nickels here are probably in the 25 to 30 cent range, and you probably should pay 50 cents or so if you really need to get one. But if you wait, you can probably get it for less than 50 cents many times. All right. Well, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.